What's up, everybody?
Yeah, we're on.
Yes, we're live.
We are live.
We're live?
Yep.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, dude.
Now.
We are blasting through the internet, right?
Space and time.
Right to space and time, right to our viewers' screens.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Hi. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
How's everyone?
How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
So yeah, welcome to another Twitch stream. This time it's a special one. It's a stream of the century, I would say. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah. This is going to be an epic one.
I almost wish I had my soundboard just to even spice it up a little bit more, but it's all good. It's all good.
That's true. We are missing the infamous Maciej soundboard, but yeah.
I gotta have it ready. I promise you guys, gonna have it ready very soon. I just by the way, change of the space. Probably you can see it. Anyone who's been watching me can see the background is different. I just moved, so I want to apologize for any mess that is around me. There's some shit on the shelves, but enough about me. Let's talk about you guys, cause
Well, this is going to be a special stream. We've been talking about bringing Vitaly on for a while. Vitaly is obviously very busy, so let's all give a big thank you to Vitaly for being here, because
thanks, guys.
Awesome of
thanks
him
for having me.
Shares time. So
Thanks,
we all know you're the beast, so we're really excited to talk about the details and stuff, and we're going to go into it. This stream is specifically designed and completely focused on Ghost in the Shell, so we're going to do a round table. Throw out questions if you like. We'll do our best to answer them. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of them. There's a lot of people in the stream today, so just make sure you let Momo, who's running and curating the show, know what's going on so that we can kind of keep active on it. First and foremost, before we get into the business of it, we're giving away 5 of these books, basically. This is the Art of the Ghost in the Shell book we talked about and we kind of mentioned on the social media. Momo, feel free to jump in if I'm missing anything, but it's a rad book. It's got a lot of work from Vitaly in it, from Maciej. It's got some of my stuff in it. It's got a lot of the amazing work from Weta Digital as well in it. If you're into concept art and you're into art in general, it's a really great book. It really kind of goes into great detail and breaking down just kind of how the movie kind of came about. And it's a very heavy visual film, as you guys know, and Rupert, very visual director, and so this is like a really good look into all this stuff. And as you can see in my background, like, I love books. I have tons of them. Maciej has his too. Vitaly has his. What we're gonna do is basically we're gonna all 3 sign the books, and we're gonna give away 5 signed copies. So and it's something that's really special because we know you guys love this kind of stuff, and we also felt like, hey, it would be awesome to be able to pass this along to you guys. So
yep.
So we're
Momo,
we're actually going to pick the winners from the chat. So you guys just type your stuff, say hello, and that'll just by posting something on the chat that gives you access to the lottery, and that'll happen at the end of the show. And that's pretty much it, man. Just stay active and you raise your chances just like that.
Yeah, awesome. So there you go. So be in the chat, be active, ask questions, and then we'll just go through it. Mohammed's going to be there. So the chat's going crazy. It's going to be hard to kind of keep up, I imagine, for Momo. So, but thank you guys for being here. Good. And so Momo, the next thing we can just get into is, like, why don't we just have Vitaly start off with just running through some stuff, and we'll just go round table. How's that?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's do this. Yeah, we can see your screen, buddy.
What is that?
Awesome.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Hello, everybody. It's super exciting to be here with everyone. It's awesome. Hey, are we gonna go like a little session? I show a little bit in you guys, or just?
Mm-hmm.
It's all you, man.
Yeah.
It's all you.
It's only Vitaly. We're here for Vitaly. No, it would probably like round table, but I think what would be really good is for you to kind of talk about like how you got on the project and where it all kind of started for you. Did Rupert reach out to you directly, and how did that happen? I know that out of the 3 of us, you were on the project before us, I think, right? Maciej
Yeah,
you
when exactly
second?
did you
I think
join? I'm
I don't
always
remember. I think
confused.
we're pretty close with Maciej. I think Maciej started right after me, like very close. Like I don't know, maybe a few weeks difference. I don't remember actually.
Because I
I did some.
remember Kevin Ishioka was showing me the stuff that you were already doing for the show. I was like, ah.
So when with Kevin, it was like very early, kind of preliminary explorations before we even had any direction. So
Right.
that was like a pre-production. That was like the earliest I've probably ever been on a project.
Yep.
So that was a few, like few environments that like I tried. At the time, I was working at an Intuitive Surgical, which is a surgical robotics company, and I tried like exploration like this, like super clean and minimal, as a kind of layout idea, is just to start the conversation for the shelling facility. Like this was never even like, I don't even know if Rupert like took this as some serious sort of attempt to do environments. This was like super early. So anyways, I think Rupert reached out 2014, and we met. We talked about Ghost in the Shell. He was a huge fan, and I was a huge fan, and we just kind of, like clicked right away.
You guys jump on a call then, obviously, together?
What is that?
You guys jumped on a call right away? Like, that's how you guys communicated? Or did you
so first we
meet in person?
And after that, I drove to his house, because like he lives in LA. And at the time I was in Orange County, so it was like just like an hour drive.
Yeah.
And we had a few meetings there. And I think on a second meeting...
He's a cool dude, huh?
Yeah, super cool, yeah. And
super
nice. Second meeting, Maciej was already there.
Yeah, I was already stalking you.
So that felt like, I think we started like around the same time, yeah.
At Rupert's house?
Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, have you been at his house?
I haven't been to the house. I went to the studio though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not cool enough. I'm almost.
I know.
I'm almost Rupert House cool. Almost Rupert House.
I think just because when it was early on, like it was like still so early that they didn't really have a studio space.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I've actually never been to the studio.
Yeah, for anyone who's interested, like when the shows start, usually you work with the producer, director, or production designer, and very often it happens that they don't even have a studio space, so it's like all over the place. You go to production designer's house or director's house, and it's kind of like a trippy experience, because some of the houses that you visit is like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah,
I want to go to Del Toro's house.
I've been to one director's.
Epic.
I've been to one of the director's house in Pacific Palisades. I'm not going to disclose who that was, but there was like 360 views of LA, ocean, and everything. It was like, oh my god, like I want to live here.
Right. We're not
I want to be in that in that spot. And but yeah, it's usually it starts low key. And then I believe when not even when the writers are on, but when the studio gets more involved and they start to hire like production coordinators and stuff like that, then that's when you actually get the studio space and production starts. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's cool. So you guys were meeting at Rupert's house, and that was during the beginning phases. Can you remember like an iconic thing that was like one of the first things that Rupert had you create? Was there something like Vitaly, like did he like, I want you to do this, and Maciej, you do this? Because I mean, I know he kind of broke us up into groups almost to help facilitate his needs for the film. Was there something that he was like, I really would love for you to try and make this thing? Is there something that you can remember from the experience?
From the early conversation, like I kind of showed him my work and expressed my interest in, like, my background was a character artist, and I did a lot of modeling that involved like anatomy and stuff before I shifted into hard surface and mechanical design, and like making it basically like a human cyborg, whether like female or male, like just like anything that is like anthropomorphic with muscles, but also completely robotic. That was like one of my dreams. And of course, like being a huge fan of Ghost in the Shell, that was like, would be the most fun asset for me to work on. That would be Major's skeleton, right? So that was kind of like one of the conversation that was ongoing with Rupert from the get-go. I told him what I would do. He showed me like his flavor kind of folder, with all the references and kind of inspiration points for a lot of things. And yeah, we seemed like we were on the same page. And so from somewhat early on, I knew that this would be like I would try to do a design in that direction. I didn't know at the time like that would end up doing like the final design for it. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think that was like what kind of my main contribution to the film. That and the tank. But at the time I didn't know I'd do the tank either. So at the time I thought I'd only do this thing, and I was working also on the real like the mech thing that we're doing with the
spider mech, right?
No, the
T-1000, the T-500, the machine that's going to kill us all.
Yeah, hopefully not. But yeah, so I was
please don't let them weaponize it.
And I show him like right, so I showed him like that stuff too. So he was excited, and also I was still doing stuff for surgical robotics, and I kind of explained like how we could use some of the tech and like make the designs more realistic and just more in line with today's technology. Because like one of the biggest challenges obviously was how do you tackle something so iconic and amazing already, which was like original masterpiece, original Ghost in the Shell.
Amazing source material.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. So the idea was like, well, how about we keep it essentially the same, but use today's technology and today's methods of manufacturing, like today's machining, and speak with that language, while of course increasing the level of detail to today's standards. So that was a good starting point for us.
They could have literally made a whole film on just the modeling process of you. I really would love to see that, like the process of you making the 3D architecture and the sculpting and all that. You've put the thing I think that's really everybody resonates with your work is that there's such a level of detail, and that's why Rupert brought you on as one of his star dudes, obviously. But the level of detail that you have, I mean, you know it. So, but what I would love to see is I went to WEDA, we went to New Zealand with Maciej, and we got to see the real 3D print, which was incredible. That was amazing. It was a shame you couldn't come with us. I know you were busy, you were traveling at the time, but that was another experience. And Maciej and I will kind of dive back into going and meeting Richard Taylor and all the amazing people at WEDA. That was incredible because they're just insanely epic place and great people. But it was so cool to see that transition. That could almost be a film in itself. And I remember watching the film going like that's all we get to see of all that work. It was just like this one little like shot. I'm like, no, like I want to see more of that, because it's crazy the amount of work went into it, just from the concepting phase of you and your state and your career. And I also want us to talk about like the changing face of concept art in film, and also we're going to talk with Maciej about using Fusion 360 and then rapid prototyping. But for you, it's like I feel like when I look at concept art or when I see like the industry as a whole, I look at you because you're really trailblazing, because you're taking this stuff but you're rapid prototyping. It's not just a still image. It's a still image at most times, but it's a still image that has depth and dimension that you can then rotate and turn around. How important is it to you to be able to have this kind of ability to make things in 3D, to be able to rapid prototype and now be able to pass this off to a team of people to then produce in 3D print and all that stuff? Is that the future, you think? And is this the starting of what's to come?
I think so, yeah. And I think like it's already happening. Like the 3D concept is, once the tools get even better, and like in schools like you guys, like Learn Squares, will actually have a great training program for modelers and both concept designers to use 3D tools effectively to do that stuff. I think will be even more mainstream, because the thing is like about 3D, there is no there is no misunderstanding about the shape whatsoever. Like anything you put in 3D, it's literal, it's there. So which means like you can later either 3D print it, you can later push it down like the visual effects production, even if it needs reward, like even if it needs some fixes for whether you need to prepare the model for 3D printing, or make it friendly for whatever the pipeline the team, the visual effects team using, right? It's still like any 3D concept that has dimension and volume, right, that you can rotate. It can be used in so many different ways that I really like it, and I think this is the way to really show the present design to be sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
you want to go through some of your files and kind of talk about some of your thought process and stuff?
Files, let's do this. I have, for example, this was kind of like a work in progress Major's head, where I kind of show the open the brain stuff, and you can see everything. And
so just so people know, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but just so, because I know this question is going to hit like crazy, is like, what programs are you using and what are we like?
What brush do you use?
I know what you're using.
Let me
so
go
people
through it
know.
real quick. Yeah.
But what brush do you use?
What brush do you use, bro?
Brush. Make it look good.
It's just a brush you use. Just one brush, right? It's like this magic Vitaly brush. You got it. Yeah.
It's a magic Vitaly brush.
Photo batch. These are all photos.
Hey, before you jump into like all details of how you do it, can I just go on the record and say, working on the same team with Vitaly, it's probably the hardest thing to do. I got so much slack from production team and director for just being too slow. I just want to put it out there. Anyways, continue. Please continue.
Thanks, Maciej. You're being too kind. Like seeing how many you mean like freaking thousands of artworks and yeah, right, sure. Thanks. So anyways, so I'm using this is right here. This is soft image, and I'm actually using like an older version. Like I bought the license right before for 2014, right before they discontinued it. But I'm using my older version where I have all my scripts and stuff like that. And this is my software of basically final assembly of all the files. And because you can handle a lot of polygons and also the, oops, so I'm just looking for another file. 1 second. Okay, right here. So, but I also use ZBrush and I'm using Moy 3D.
I think the screen have frozen on your end. So if you want to try to share screen again, like stop sharing and share again, I think the screen froze.
How do I do that? How do I do that?
Let me actually
go back to meeting and
and go to meetings. Just stop sharing screen. There's like a little screen icon.
It doesn't give me an option. It's just like choose an audio option. So I just do phone call.
Hold on a second. Papa will help you.
Please. Okay, so now I see you guys.
Yeah, I'm making a presenter once again.
Okay.
It should work.
Is it good?
I'm back.
Yeah, we can see your screen with self-image.
Okay. Sorry for all the technical difficulties.
No worries.
Here the whole time?
I'm sorry?
I was saying, could you at least hear me what I was saying?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So I'm using ZBrush. So for example, like for
we're seeing, by the way, the screen we're seeing is with Softimage and GoToMeeting window.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm in Softimage right now. We're taking the model. Can you see the model?
No.
You must be looking at another screen.
Dude, what the hell?
Duh.
Da,
da, da, da, da, da.
Sorry, guys. I really don't know what to do.
Right now.
Let me try to do.
I wonder if we have the web browser up right now. It says GoToMeeting.
Yeah. So I closed it. I have a Softimage right now.
Let me try to do this again. I'll make myself presenter for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun dun.
Because normally,
while Maciej's doing that, we can talk a little bit about.
Go ahead. Because normally, if I make you a presenter, it should automatically ask you to download like the little app, but it doesn't.
I think I already have an app, so I just got the menu popped up where it asked me to start sharing, so I did so, and that's it. It's telling me I'm a presenter, I'm sharing, and you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see the one. It has like the Softimage, and then on top of it there's the browser window. So
now I'm entirely in Softimage, and you can't see it.
No, we cannot see it for some reason. It just doesn't work. Let me. Maybe I'll do this. Ash, are you ready to share your screen? Maybe. Ash,
you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, let's share your screen, and I'll try to figure out with Vitaly how to fix this. You're not even
people in the chat. People in the chat. There's a ton of you guys, and there's a ton of questions coming in. We'll get to them towards the end of the stream.
You're not in the meeting, by the way, Ash. Like, you're out of the. Copy. Let me actually send it to you, Ash, again. So.
I think you have to pass it off to me, right?
Yeah. You can see your camera. What the fuck is going on there?
This is great. Gotta love it.
Technical difficulties. Ooh.
So weird. We just tried it before the stream was working fine.
Yeah. I wonder what's up. Let's try the GoToMeeting link again, because I think it kicked me out.
Too much excitement.
Too much excitement. Is there any questions coming through, Momo, that we can answer while we're dealing with this?
There's enough questions for an entire stream.
And then some? Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We'll get through there. While we're dealing with this technical difficulties, maybe we can help facilitate some answers to people's questions.
I mean, people were asking, for instance, and this question goes to all three of you, what is one of the biggest things you guys took away from the movie, from working on the movie, in terms of experience, whether it's live, technical, whatever?
You want to go for it, Vitaly?
Sure, yeah. I mean, one of the things that is kind of a recurring things that I take away from going extra mile is always rewarded, even if you kind of don't expect it to, or like it comes out in places you don't expect. Like, for example, like I put so much work with per se in an area of like major skeleton that wasn't shown on the screen. But at the end, I decided to go back and kind of refine a few areas that I thought would never be shown. But those were the areas that just would end up being on the screen. And even though that was like something that I don't know why I decided to do this. So basically, like going extra mile and doing more than you paid for, I think this is a good lesson that I took away from it. Because at the end of the day, like once you see it on the screen, like it's there, you can't really change anything, and it kind of you're stuck with it for a whole life, right? So being able to like go all out while you're on the project, it's a really kind of good way to have a peace of mind that you don't have to you do everything you can, right?
Yeah, you put it all out there, and then I do the same thing. I have the same process where it's like I call it under promising and over delivering. So if I say like, oh, I'm gonna get this one thing, I'll just do that one thing as I mentioned, but I'll be like, boom, here's another thing, and then usually I try to surprise Rupert, our production, with something. It's like, oh, this is great. Like we asked you for one building, but you gave us 5, and this is great. Like now we have more things. So yeah, I think that's one thing that I personally really cherished in the process of making these things is like one of my key memorable moments is just being able to work with you guys. I think I had mentioned it in one of the posts, but like years ago when I first decided to do concept art and like working in this industry, like I was looking at your work and looking at Maciej's work and just being really inspired, and then being able to kind of share this similar creative space was just really humbling and also really amazing. It was just it was like an incredible experience. And so for me, it was more or less like films and movies and all these things. For me, they're not necessarily about the ending thing. It's all about the people that you share the time with and the people that you basically learn and grow with. Those are the people that matter most to me. So yeah.
Vitaly, I've sent you email with the download link for the application. So once you download that, Momo will post in the Skype chat the invitation, and you would just join the. It should automatically prompt you to the app. So should work then.
Wow. GoToMeeting is a big giant failure today.
Yeah, happens. We have so many people. Just something has to go wrong always. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I downloaded it, and it's telling me that it's waiting for the organizer.
Yeah.
So go for which day.
So go on Skype, and Momo should have posted. Momo, I've sent you the link on Hangouts, so you can just copy paste to GoToMeetings.
I posted it, Vitaly.
Chat, yeah. Okay, I'm seeing it. Nice, cool. Thank you.
So you should be able to join it, and Ash, you should be able to join it too.
Yeah, it's weird. It just doesn't. It usually comes up with a prompt and gives me like information, and it doesn't. So I don't know what the deal is. I say no more GoToMeeting, and let's use something else because this is really,
we have
really
to figure it out.
So
GoToMeetings have been working very, very well for most of the time, but sometimes it's just not working at all. So if any of you guys on the stream have suggestions, then go ahead and give us suggestions.
Let's just use Skype.
I can't share a screen on Skype just yet. It's just my fucked up setup, guys. It's just my setup. All right, I'll make a presenter. I'll make you presenter, Vitaly, and you should be able to share your screen in a second.
Nice, yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
Hell yes.
All right, awesome. Well, we're
nailed it.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you're wrong. All right, so we're back at it. So I just want to show this model. This was the final skeleton for the measure, right? So this would be kind of a good example to talk about both design-wise and also technique. There's 3 different softwares that basically made the final thing a reality, which is blocking out everything in ZBrush, because obviously... Oh!
Kicked you out.
Can you guys see me and hear me?
No.
I'm out?
Yeah, it kicked you out from GoToMeetings. Something going on there.
Yeah. Get it. I don't want to do this GoToMeeting anymore. No. You failed us, Maciej.
You failed me for the last time.
Should I just want to pass it to me and let me run this thing, or what? And we'll just do it through Skype because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Ash, just take if you can take over, it'll be easier.
Yeah, get out of here, Maciej. You failed us. You suck.
So you want me to stop streaming and you're gonna start streaming instead?
Yeah, I'll just.
All right. Sorry, guys. We'll be back. We'll be back in a second.
All right, here we go.
You always have